In today's video, I am going to be breaking down Kon Knueppel and what he is able to do on the basketball court and what we are looking forward to this coming season. So let's get down, let's check him out. But really quickly, if you want to become a fantastic shooting guard like Kon Knueppel, make sure to go check out the shooting guard workout that is down below, because it is going to give you 8 weeks of training as well as weightlifting, and it's going to give you basketball IQ, so definitely go check it out. I am really not going to lie, this is one of the most popular basketball offenses that you can run. Generally speaking, it's a horns offense, and you're going to be having a staggered screen up top. That's exactly what we see right here, and Kon Knueppel is right here. That's him. So number one is, when he comes off of this staggered screen, he's going a bit high. He kind of missed this screen. He should have been trying to direct his player into that screen. However, there is a staggered screen. That is the idea behind this entire play. If the first screen misses, the second screen will, or you may just get lucky and your man gets stuck on both screens. Either way, it doesn't necessarily matter at this point. What we're looking at is what Kon Knueppel is doing right now, and his man got stuck on the screen, and drop coverage is essentially trying to D him up. Now, in the NBA, I'm going to say they're probably going to tell him to jack this three-point shot, because he's got probably about 8 feet worth of space right here. He should be able to hit that, and man is stuck on the screen, and his screener may be able to communicate that by saying something along the lines of man is stuck, or shoot, or something. However, Kon Knueppel does a quick crossover right here that freezes this drop coverage, and then he's able to get past that man and finish at the rim, making contact with the defender to have the advantage. He makes that contact right here, as we can see, because now if your defender's arm is down, you need to get your, in this case, left shoulder into the armpit of that player. If you can do that, you are going to be very successful in trying to clear that arm out, and you will be able to make contact so that you have the advantage. If the offensive player is able to get contact first, he is going to win that battle most cases out of, or more than not, I should say. So right here, they're advancing the ball up to Kon Knueppel, and this is a very important play that we're going to see, and this is most likely what we are going to be expecting from Kon Knueppel this year. Because one thing about him is the fact that he is a very good three-point shooter. He can shoot these lights out. However, that is going to force his defenders, especially in transition, to guard him closer to the three-point line. This is going to open up opportunities for him to be able to drive. We have to remember that this man right here, he can't help. Because if he goes over to help, this is a kick-out pass to the corner. There's a man in the corner. We just can't see him. So at this point, if you can drive baseline from the wing, you should be able to get to the paint as long as the help defender is not covering help. So right here, he's able to get to the paint early, and this actually works for 2 different reasons. Number one is the fact that, yes, he is able to score. However, the secondary option is if he can collapse the defense, he can then kick that ball out to the perimeter. If he was to then collapse the defense and didn't have the option of number one on the table, then he would be able to kick out the ball. The defense has to scramble back out and guard their perimeter players, and then there can be some open opportunities for other players to cut, or for this player, let's say in the corner as an example, to drive once again. The whole main idea of the NBA is to try and get the ball into the paint as early as you can in transition. If you can get the ball into the paint, you can collapse the defense and have more opportunities along the three-point line to either shoot or attack again. Now, this is what I mean right here. Now, this is not Kon Knueppel. This is Kon Knueppel over here. He is part of this highlight. However, his teammate is able to attack that paint. His teammate is able to get forward defenders onto him, and another one looking at the situation, which means that this player has essentially 5 sets of eyes that are on him. And of course, that is very important because now he has kick out opportunities, in which case he passes the ball out to Kon Knueppel, who is then able to hit that wide open 3. Anytime you get a kick out for a 3-point shot, guess what? If you get a kick on a 3 and it's wide open, you need to be able to hit that shot. Now, what Kon Knueppel does right here, every single young basketball player needs to be able to do. And that is he's able to move off ball. Here he cuts down towards that corner while his teammate is driving to the basket. Now his teammate almost loses the ball. He cuts down to the corner because his man was no longer looking. If we actually rewind this for just a second, watch the actual head and watch what Kon Knueppel does. So if you're watching that defender's head, the head is now looking this way. It is no longer knowing where Kon Knueppel is. If this happens to you and you notice that your defender is no longer looking at you, you need to relocate to a different spot on the court, in this case, the corner for Kon Knueppel, who is then able to hit that shot. Again, this is a spot on the court that needs to be hit every single time when you shoot it if you want to be able to make a university team. Now, on this drive, he does another thing that is very important. He's able to make contact. Watch right here. He's able to get his shoulder into the chest. That goes from this player being literally right on Kon Knueppel to now having maybe 2 feet worth of space. That 2 feet is exactly enough for Kon Knueppel to get that 10-foot jumper off so that he was able to get that 2 points for his team. If you want to become a better shooting guard, make sure to go check out the shooting guard blueprint that is down in the description below. It is going to give you 8 weeks, which is a lot of actual training, but also that's skills training because that's very important, but also it's going to give you 8 weeks of weightlifting. And that is going to make you stronger. The fastest way you can improve is by weightlifting. And then it's also going to give you basketball IQ so that you can become smarter and make the right reads if you are a shooting guard. So definitely go check out the shooting guard blueprint. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Hit that like button and subscribe.